What's up, ladies and gents? I'm hanging out here on the couch after watching the first episode of Tales from the Darkside. Actually, it would technically be episode 0, sort of this pilot concept for what would become Tales from the Darkside by George A. Romero and Bob Balaban. Bob Balaban, of course, directed it. George A. Romero is one of the overall creators of the show, as well as Richard P. Rubenstein, who is a person that I have some problems with just simply because he's not giving us Dawn of the Dead, but leave that to the side. This is a really good episode. We're going to get to that in a minute. But first, I want to recommend a song for you to listen to before you watch this episode. This episode, of course, is entitled Trick or Treat. I recommend to you a fantastic Alice Cooper song that I think would go with any type of Halloween movie or TV show or anything. Definitely listen to this on Halloween as well, but also listen to it right before you watch this episode of Tales from the Darkside. That song is Keepin' Halloween Alive. You gotta keep Halloween alive, honey, 365. And it's fantastic. Really, really good sort of garage rock, somewhat proto-punk sounding song. Really good stuff. Sounds like some of his earlier stuff, but just mixed with that sort of arrogant villain quality that he got post his conversion to Christianity. Really, really good stuff. Fantastic song. Definitely check it out. Keeping Halloween Alive. It's a great way to sort of start your watching of Tales from the Darkside, especially if you start with that episode. Now I'm going to switch hands real quick. The other thing I wanted to recommend to you, drink some Mountain Dew while you're watching this movie. It's a witch green. So, also, I'm not drinking out of that 2-liter. It's actually for a small group meeting later for church. Regardless, we're going to do a review of the first episode of Tales from the Darkside, episode 0, the pilot, the whatever, Trick or Treat, written by George A. Romero, directed by Bob Balaban. Fantastic show. I'm going to try and limit this to 5 or 6 minutes per episode that I review, but this is a really good episode. Fantastic lead portrayal by great character actor Bernard Hughes. Fantastic stuff there as Gideon Heckles. Really, really good character acting. Everybody really does a fairly good job here. There's no really bad actors here, no bad character acting in this thing. A little bit of sort of heavy-handed dialogue in terms of just, exposition. Just a lot of heavy-handed stuff that Bernard Hughes mostly makes work. One scene I can say kind of it cuts into it a little bit, that really heavy hand of the exposition written by George A. Romero. It's the scene where he's in his general store and he's just opened up, and these people come in, and he's like, "Do I own your farm? Yes, I own your farm." That kind of thing. And I mean, it's kind of fun, but at the same time, it's so heavy-handed that I can't really enjoy it that much. However, the rest of the episode's really good. If I'm supposed to take any type of philosophical context out of this, it would definitely have to be that, Mr. Heckles maybe is hallucinating, maybe is not near that end part, but definitely it's his time to die. He just happens to die on his favorite night of the year, which sort of adds insult to injury. That's a total Satan move. Satan, of course, wants to hit us where it hurts, and if we've accepted what he wants us to believe, which is definitely something that Heckles has done in his life, if he's accepted this idea that money is power, and by the way, he's chasing money as he's going into hell, then if he's accepted that, he's totally in line with what Satan wants him to believe. And you'd think near the end it would be kind of negated by the fact that, Satan's evil would be negated by the fact that this witch gives money and all this different stuff to this one kid. But also remember, probably a lot of that stuff was either stolen from people, it was ill-gotten, so he's just getting this money that, frankly, shouldn't belong to him, never belonged to him, never belonged to his parents even, probably. He gets his IOUs, but he gets more than that. He gets even more. And these are people who have been known to borrow, have been known to go into debt oftentimes. And so the evil part is that they're setting them back up for possible failure. They don't know how to manage money well. They're going to keep badly managing money. So that's how it kind of works with this whole worldview that, yes, Heckles is evil, and what he's done is evil, but the revenge that's wreaked on him actually just passes down to his debtors. Really, really interesting episode. Fantastic show. Really good acting. Mostly good writing. I can't say much bad about it. It's really got a nice gritty quality, kind of a quality that a lot of sort of anthology horror shows had back in the day, even before this time. But anyway, there you go. There's my review of Trick or Treat, the very first episode of Tales from the Darkside that was not even really an episode until they collected them together. So yeah, rock on. If you like, subscribe. Talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Definitely make sure you listen to Keeping Halloween Alive before watching this particular episode. Sorry there. Definitely listen to Keeping Halloween Alive before you watch this episode. Drink some nice Mountain Dew with it. Fantastic stuff. Rock on. Bye-bye.